Hey everyone, it's Andrew Katie here, Royal LePage Truro Real Estate. Now, when it comes to doing paperwork, there is a ton of forms that we will ask you to sign on each and every real estate transaction. But one of the most common forms that almost everybody is asked to sign is the working with the real estate industry form, so that you know what the obligations are between your agent and you, the client, customer, the person buying or selling real estate. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to give you an overview of what that form is when you sign it, and so that you can sign it knowing exactly what you're signing. Now, I do recommend, even though you're going to watch this video and hopefully have a better understanding of how that form works, if you have any questions, ask your agent before you sign so that you understand what you are agreeing to. Now, the first thing that I want everyone to understand about the working with the real estate industry form is that it is not a contractual form. You're not really agreeing to anything. It's more of you're acknowledging that there is some information that's been disclosed to you, and that information can be really important with how you proceed with the transaction. Everything from the type of agency model that is being practiced to how your private information is going to be used. So it's really important that you understand that. You're not agreeing to something, you're merely acknowledging that the information has been disclosed to you, that you understand how the real estate industry is going to work on your behalf. Now, the first section in that form is really important to understand. It is the type of agency model that's being practiced. There are two types of agency models. There is common law and there is designated agency. Now, in common law, all the agents that work for one brokerage have access to the same information. So if you're working with one agent, you're working essentially with all the agents. Every agent in that same office has access to the same information. And although you'll probably keep dealing with only one agent, there is the possibility that other agents may assist that agent in concluding the transaction. Now, with designated agency, only one agent is working on your behalf. If you call the brokerage, you are looking for that agent. That agent is your designated agent. The next section on that form has to do with definitions. It's really important that everyone is on the same page when it comes to what a customer, what a client, what a brokerage is. And there's a number of definitions on there that you want to read through and make sure you're familiar with, especially any that you've never heard before or you're not really clear on what they mean. There are two sections in that form that can sometimes be really confusing: the client section and the customer section. You might think that they're the same, and in a lot of ways they can, the term might be used interchangeably in some industries, but in the real estate industry, a customer and a client can be very different things. The highest responsibility of the agent is to a client. The agent cannot have multiple clients working on the same transaction because that agent cannot work in both clients' best interests. So in the form, you have to understand that a client and a customer are different. And if you're not sure what you are, make sure you check with your agent to confirm. Now, in some specific situations, transaction brokerage has to be used, and that's outlined really nicely in this form. So transaction brokerage is essentially when the agent, instead of acting in any one person's best interests, simply works to facilitate the transaction. There are many situations where it's difficult for an agent to be impartial towards one or another person for a variety of reasons. And if you don't understand what transaction brokerage is or why it's being used, again, make sure you check with your agent. Now, one of the last sections on that form has to do with privacy and the use of your personal information. In a real estate transaction, there are often multiple people involved, from lawyers to lenders to other brokerages. So you want to make sure that you understand who your information is going to be given to. And if you have any concerns about how your personal information is being used, ask your agent for input or advice. So hopefully this video has given you a better idea of how the working with the real estate industry form works. If you still have questions, give me a call, 902-899-4106, and I'd be happy to give you a more in-depth explanation of what some of these different terms on that form mean. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to Truro Real Estate Agent for updates and all kinds of useful information about the local real estate industry. I look forward to hearing from you and working with you really soon.